Rutgers offensively, 8.8 goals per contest, 6th in the Big Ten. Ryan Croddick, first shot, first save by the Tigers' first-year starter in net.
Great save by Croddick. Good movement and clean, no rebound, but great ride by Rutgers.
Cooper Miller throws it out of bounds, so the Princeton Tigers turn it over. One thing you'll see from Princeton, they've been running 5 or 6 defensive midfielders, 7 or 8 poles over the first 4 games of the season. They've got a ton of depth in the midfield, not unlike Rutgers became known for over the past couple of seasons.
Rutgers has had a ton of depth over the last few seasons. Talking to Coach Brecht this year, he just talked about the youth and inexperience, but early reps, and Aiello gets on the board.
Different personnel out there. The freshman from Bayport, New York, with his 7th goal of the season, and Rutgers on top early on the road here in Princeton.
Right on cue, we talk about youth. The true freshman we highlighted in the open. Strong left hand, gets some green grass, gets his hands free, and beats Croddick right underneath. It's from Rutgers early on defense. You could see it from the bench, the physicality from the short sticks, and then the finesse from the long sticks. Often those two superlatives are flipped around.
Tommy Mendyk, who had the caused turnover and misfired on that shot. He's one of their 2 captains, him and Younger Kiss. Brian Brecht kind of talking about how young this team is, and even if the guys that aren't young, the upperclassmen, not guys that have been on the field a lot, especially on the offensive end. The defense may be ahead of the offense at this point in the season.
Yeah, they've relied on their defense thus far, but they've got a lot of games before Big Ten play. So, you know, you think about the chemistry, an advantage, and Kabiri scores.
Princeton so dangerous in transition. That was set up by Coulter Mackesy, and it's Nate Kabiri with the finish. All knotted up at 1 here in the Garden State.
We talk about Rutgers defense. Not much you can do when you have an advantage against this attack. Pick your poison. This time it's number 2, Nate.
Attack in the midfield. The one kind of question mark outside the program was in goal. You graduate Michael Gianfrancaro, now starting at UNC. Princeton saw him last week. Croddick's been really good as that shot comes in from Mackesy, and it'll stay with the Tigers.
Yeah, Croddick had big shoes to fill in Gianfrancaro, as you mentioned, and then also a little bit of a curveball in game 1 against Penn State, an indoor game in Haluba Hall at Happy Valley. That is tough.
Very white interior in
Correct.
that place. Right, you come inside on the road, top 10 opponent, game moved inside late. Mackesy, the dodge, bounces it in, and the Tigers take their first lead of the contest, 2-1. Mackesy had the assist on the Kabiri goal, and Mackesy's got his 15th of the season.
Mackesy can beat you in so many ways. He's one of the best set shooters in college lacrosse, but he has the stick skills and finesse as well. A face dodge brings it back, goes back to fundamentals. The bounce shot gets Princeton.
Haven't been man up a lot, just 6 opportunities over 4 games with this man up unit for Princeton, 4 for 6. So the 1-minute penalty on Dean Scalamandre, the sophomore defensive midfielder from Philadelphia. Tried the hidden ball trick. Rutgers didn't fall for it. They tried again with Saris, the man-up specialist, the Canadian. Shot in from Mackesy, who had to climb the ladder to pull that feed down. He's got his 2nd of the night. It's another man-up goal, and it's 3-1 Tigers.
Did I say
2 hidden ball tricks? Feed Mackesy.
Did I say finesse last time? Because I'm going to repeat myself. How easy did he make this grab look over his head? From up top to 6 o'clock, low to low. How about that from Mackesy? That is just a pally.
We talked in the open about what Chad Palumbo did. Came into that victory against UNC last Sunday down in Chapel Hill as the Tigers' leader in assists, but hadn't scored in over 300 minutes dating back to the Ivy League championship game against Penn. What does he do? 4 goals in about 22 and a half minutes to seal the victory. Here's Cameron against his former teammate Younger Kiss. Fun to kind of watch that matchup tonight. Nate Kabiri got the Tigers on the scoreboard, tied it up at 1. Kabiri turns the corner, drops it in, and it's 4 in a row for the Orange and Black. Second of the night for the sophomore from Virginia.
Saw Kabiri get the Tigers on the board with a low to high shot early. Here's another part of his arsenal. Low angle, low to low. A little bit of a head fake, and sometimes that head fake is all it pretty well from deep. You've got to get inside, and again, I talk about Aiello. Can he do it with his strength?
He tried to there. We saw the strength. We also saw some speed from the freshman.
Yeah. He can do it outside. He can get inside. We saw it once in that first quarter. Can they use the two-man game, maybe some picks to get him open?
Trying to work against Kelly, the defensive midfielder for the Tigers, in a very deep unit. That one got Croddick. Kicks out towards the far sideline. Cooper Miller off and running. Miller, the sophomore, who's also on the Princeton men's basketball team. He's going to fire and score. First career goal for the sophomore from Villanova, Pennsylvania, in transition. Princeton turns defense into offense, and it's a 5-0 run for the Orange and Black.
Two-sport athlete. He had a defender on skates, too. All the way down the field, full head of steam.
Here's wide. Got the step, didn't have the angle, but had some backup.
Rutgers also winning the ground ball battle, 11-3.
If you didn't look at the score, if you just looked at the stat sheet,
yep,
you'd think 5-1 Rutgers.
Yep.
Kabiri has it jousted away from behind. Ground ball scooped up. Ryan Splain down the far sideline. Kistler joining the fray for the Tigers. Younger Kiss. Faced out, splits the defense and scores. The Princeton transfer here at 52 Stadium gets Rutgers back on the scoreboard here in the second.
Great job by Younger Kiss. He knows this field. And you know that one, it counts for one. That one means a little bit more to Younger Kiss. Using that extra year, he's already got the Princeton degree. He heads up to Piscataway, a captain making an impact at his old home.
Younger Kiss was a really good player here in Princeton, battled some injuries. Last season, just 7 games in his senior season, but a big part of that 2022 Final Four team. And he's got his first goal against Princeton. He's got his 4th goal of the season in 7 games. The guy that Brian Brecht said could absolutely hold his own on the top midfield line.
And you know what else Younger Kiss did is he didn't take his first shot. He got closer to the goal, higher percentage. You've seen what Croddick's done with those time and room shots. Quite simply, he stopped them. You've got to get in tight and do something a little bit different like this.
That snapped nearly a 16-minute scoring drought. Croddick made the save, and then that shoveled in. It looked like Shane Murphy, the junior. And after Rutgers went 16 minutes without a goal, they've got 2 goals in about 15 seconds, and it's back to a 2-goal contest. 5th of the season for the junior from Long Island.
And one of the few saves that Croddick's had today that wasn't clean, meaning he gave up the rebound, lost it, could not find the ball. Murphy cleans it up, literally uses the broom.
Logan Peters fires wide, plenty of backup, shot clock down to 24.
Big possession here for Rutgers. It's been this 2-goal lead for a little bit now. Rutgers has had the possessions. They've gotten the stops on defense and the save recently on defense to keep it at 2. Can they get it to 1?
Fox fights through the screen. They lose their man. Fired in by Kelly. Draws the pipe. This will kick all the way down the field. Burns has it. Unsettled situation. Unmarked. Kabiri scores. It's a first-half hat trick for Nate Kabiri, and the Tigers are back up 3. Play in transition and play in those unsettled situations has really been the main storyline tonight.
We'll take it all the way back to the shot by Kelly that ricochets off the pipe. The pipe makes the save this time, not Croddick. It's this missed ground ball there that leads to the Georgetown.
3 minutes gone by, still scoreless here in the third quarter. Hayden Summer running out of the box. Colin Kelly using that 6'5" frame.
Aiello came to the penalty box and got coached up by Brecht. Coach Brecht saw something and he wants Zero to implement it.
A little bit of a personnel change. 20 on the shot clock. Back into the stick of Kelly. Splits the defense, burns the top corner, and Rutgers makes it a 2-goal game. You said it, they saw something and they were able to finally find the back of the net here to kick off the scoring in the third quarter.
Kelly's let a few go tonight and a few have missed the cage. You see what happens when they're inside the 6x6. Woo! That'll get you pumped up.
Out of the box is Bonanno, Kramer, and Wade trying to join the fray. Here's Bonanno, the number 7 overall recruit this year, according to Inside Lacrosse, the freshman.
Here's Kramer. He hasn't gotten his hands free yet for a shot. And when he does, it's going to look a lot like what we saw from Colin Kelly.
Kramer 6'5", 245 pounds. There's Tucker Wade, a step on his man, goes top shelf to give the Tigers the 3-goal lead back. Tucker Wade, part of that top recruiting class in the nation for Matt Madelon last year, and the Princeton Tigers have a 7-4 edge.
Rutgers has had more possessions. We talk about the face-offs, but Princeton has made more of their possessions. And just when Rutgers gets that momentum back time and time again, Princeton gets a timely goal then.
Against Dean Scalamandre. 10-second difference between the shot and the game clock.
See an early slide here if Kabiri beats his man, but that could leave Burns on the doorstep.
There's a slide out in front, trying to go behind the back. Burns is there with the backup. That was Bonanno, the freshman.
Yeah, good creativity. It does go wide. Princeton has the backup. 12 seconds on the shot clock. They're going to have to hurry up, and a little miscommunication there.
7 on the shot clock. Here's an opportunity. Bonanno goes airborne. Flag comes in. Was that Peter Bonanno?
Was that Mackesy or Bonanno? I saw a 1.
That was Coulter Mackesy. Ball found its way into the back of the net. A lot of contact right around the crease. A flag came in.
I think he was pushed. I don't think he would have landed in the goal mouth had he not been pushed. Here's another look at it. Oh, that's a goal. He leaps. He is not in the crease. He gets pushed in the back. He would
take a look at. Long conversation by the officials.
Take one more look. Different angle from the far end zone. He leaped from outside the crease, no doubt about that. We saw a similar goal from Mackesy. It's good.
So the goal is good. Give Mackesy the hat trick. That's a relative term.
A relative term down in College Park. And you'd think the Army Black Knights rise up to number 3 in the nation.
Ten seconds to go. Rutgers gets possession on the faceoff. They're a man down. Here's Nathan Austin Johnstone running it around. Tries to go behind the back and beats the clock with 1/10 of a second left. There's an injured Scarlet Knight. That's a goal for Nate Austin Johnstone. The injured Scarlet Knight is Matthew Pilato, their face-off man.
Look at this one. Backhand.
My goodness.
Takes it from the right at the last second. Puts it in the left.
Coming out of the Princeton timeout after they got possession on the opening face-off. 8-5 Tigers, 3-goal lead, and Matt Madelon and Jim Mitchell would like to get it back up to 4. Palumbo feeds Burns, turned aside by Stoller. Huge save there by the redshirt sophomore from Owings Mills, Maryland, but it ricochets to Princeton.
The bounce goes Princeton's way. Would have been a huge ground ball for Rutgers to be able to run this out. Instead, Princeton still man up for another 5 seconds. Don't know if they'll get a shot off. happy to retain possession.
Seventh save of the night by the second-year starter, Cardin Stoller. On the doorstep, and Princeton gets that 4-goal lead back. Chad Palumbo was one of the heroes in that victory down in Chapel Hill last week, and he gets on the scoreboard here on a Saturday night. What a feed out in front.
Yeah, he tends to get going in the third and fourth quarters, and not too long into this fourth, we see
Soft violation now. You're not able to take the next one. Pilato went out with an injury. Fifth goal of the season by Chad Palumbo. All four previously came in the final 25 minutes or so at North Carolina in that victory on the road on Sunday. It's been one of the really impressive things for the Tigers, right? Kabiri held scoreless in the opener. It's Burns with 4 goals for the second straight season. Obviously, Mackessy's done a lot of work. It was Palumbo who came in as the team leader in assists, had 4 straight goals last week. How about that move by the southpaw Mackessy to give the Tigers the 5-goal lead?
And he is a smooth operator. He makes it look so easy. I'll say it one more time, finesse. It's just, it's poetry watching him operate. When he gets it in the left hand, he can beat you so many different ways. If he gets the feet set, you're done.
Shot clock was down to 4, so the Tigers get a fresh 60. Saris, the one real substitution on the man-up unit. Princeton 2 for 3 on the extra man tonight. That makes them 6 for 9 on the season. Small sample size, but that's the best in the nation. Mackessy spinning it in. The Tigers skip pass for Saris, who stings it. Princeton goes up 6, another man-up tally, their 3rd of the contest.
Great execution from a solid unit, as you mentioned, Cody. Braden Saris, this is where you see 36. It's on the man up, and it's for this reason. He can hang it up there. Take a look at this. Beautiful.